Yes, my people, what's going on? It's your boy will.i.am, and I recently rebuilt my studio.
Oh my God!
So hopefully you're going to be seeing some good adventures coming from here in the coming weeks, months, maybe even years, depending on how it goes. But at the moment, it's not really looking like a studio. It's just, you can see it's a bit of a mess. I've got an open PC there. I've got a Behringer mixer that's just on its side. One of my monitors is just sitting there. So my first kind of to-do is to get my studio looking less like a mess and more like a workstation. So I've set myself a task and I'm gonna build myself a tier, a second tier, kind of like a stand for my monitor so I can organize myself a little bit. I've got this piece of glass here, which is actually a piece of glass from an old desk, and I didn't want to throw it away. It was just sitting there. I knew I could use it. So I'm gonna be building some legs for this, and then I'm gonna create a tier for it and hopefully make my workstation look a little bit more, you know, professional, you get me? So I'm just deciding how I should move forward with this. Basically, I've got some bits I'm in my tool room, and as you can see, I've got some bits of oak that I could use, that I just kind of like sitting around languishing from another job. But I can't really find anything that's just right. I've got this piece here which is just right, but I want to use that for something else in my bedroom. So I think I might end up cutting up a bit of birchwood ply that I've got upstairs and using that for my legs. Okay, so I found this bit of birchwood ply lying around in my bedroom, and I think I'm going to be using this to make the legs. It's about the right size already. I think I've just got to cut a little bit off the top there, and then I've got to cut it into 100mm strips to make my leg stands. So yeah, I'm going to be using this bit of birchwood ply, and yeah, see how it goes from there. Got a bit of dust in my face. Alright, so I've just cut the plywood into strips. Okay, these are 100mm by about 35mm, and these are going to form the legs. You can see there's a bit of chipping where the saw, where the saw basically is meeting with the wood. A bit of splintering, I should say. I'm going to try and sand that out as much as possible, and then I'm going to butt these together using some 60mm screws, and I'm going to, before I put the screws in, I'm going to drill a pilot hole and countersink. The pilot hole will stop the plywood from splitting when the screw goes in, and countersink is just basically do a little kind of like create a little ditch so that the screw head can sink and be flush with the surface of the wood. So I'm going to put these together now. Shouldn't take me too long to put them all together. Should take me under a couple of minutes, so I'll leave it filming and maybe put it in fast forward. Complete. Two legs, all done. Okay, So now that I've finished with the heavy parts of the manual labour, I'm back in the studio again. This is what I'm left with. I've got this strip, which I don't even know if we'll use it for anything, but that's 100mm wide, which might come in useful because it's the general measurement I've been working with. So these are my 2 feet. I'll just quickly zoom out a little bit, that I've made, okay, out of nice birchwood ply. Okay, so essentially, the way it's gonna work is that these are gonna sit on my table, like so. And then my glass top is just gonna sit on it like that. And that's gonna be my table. But as you can see, this glass top is filthy. So the first thing I'm gonna do is clean this off and get this nice and clean. You also notice that I made these ones a bit, the size of these ones a bit shorter. And I guess my vision there is that I'm gonna be able to pass cables through this gap. So I'm gonna run some cables through the gap and pass cables through the gap. And maybe even have like a USB hub sitting somewhere on this table here, so that when I bring my laptop, because my laptop doesn't stay in the studio, when I bring my laptop in the studio, I can plug it into the USB hub and all the stuff can be already plugged in. So that's kind of my vision behind leaving that gap. There's no gap on this one. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. So operation clean table, and then operation clean table. Oi, oi. So I got my work cut out for me, let's go. Here we are, looks like the job is done. So here's my new glass tier that I've created. Blink and you'll miss it. It's really quite conspicuous, but allows so much more room on my studio here. So here's the legs I've created. Got this little channel, already got one cable running through here. That's the cable for my, what is that cable for? I think that's for my sound card. Yeah, it's the cable for my sound card. So here's my sound card. My microphone preamp sitting underneath it. There's my laptop, obviously, the center of it all, my monitor. Here's my keyboard, Korg X5, 61 keys, all sitting nicely, comfortably on the desk. And my monitors on either side. Just below ear high. I need to get some stands for the monitors, but there it is. So I have it sitting, as you can see, 100mm, which was the height of those strips I was doing outside above the desk, which is perfect because it allows me to slip my keyboard underneath it, but still got enough room to fit my hand down at the bottom of the keyboard, which is fantastic. Gives me a nice height, nice little elevation. I can put obviously my doohickeys underneath it, because before my laptop was sitting in front of my sound card and my preamp, and it was really kind of a pain getting to access the knobs. Now I've just got access right here, right at the front. My laptop sits nicely up there. It's a nice position. When I'm kind of scooted in, I can, whoops. When I'm scooted in, I can tippity tap, move my mouse around. I've got my recording booth, my recording corner over there. And yeah, I've got my lights. What am I doing, man? My lights ain't even on. Let me turn these lights on. Got my lights on as well. Which is, they're really coming to their own in the evening when everything's a bit darker. Haven't got any curtains up in the room. So yeah, that's it. That's the booth, and then I got my new glass tier that I have to say I'm really happy with. It's opened up a lot of space on this desk here, and everything's just looking a bit more tidy, a bit more neat, and a bit more ready for some creativity. Yeah, so that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you think of the content. Has it inspired you? Do you want to make your own little tier in your studio, or is it a waste of space? Does it look horrendous? Am I wasting my time? Do you want to see me make some more stuff? I don't know, I had a lot of fun making this, to be honest with you. And it didn't take too long, as you can see. It hasn't cost me anything. Haven't had to go on Amazon and spend, you know, 70, 80 pound on a nice quality desk stand here. So I'm kind of happy with it. Let me know if you like the content. Please give a thumbs up. I'm new, and I could do with the thumbs up, and I could do with the support, and the growth is going to help me make more content that hopefully you guys will like. So yeah, peace.